Welcome to the Ask Jordan podcast, answering your questions about selling on Amazon. Now, he's peeled off more prices than a family of shoplifters. From Long Island, New York, here's your host, Jordan Malik.
Hello, Amazon sellers. My name is Jordan Malik. You're listening to the Ask Jordan podcast. This is our 32nd episode. Every episode, we answer a question about selling on Amazon. So thanks so much for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate your feedback, your listenership. Your calls have been coming in, email comments, etc. Very pleased to hear that this podcast helps you with profitable ideas and tips for honing your Amazon business. Here's a free tip from me, by the way. If you're getting ready for Christmas now, if you're an Amazon seller, you know that Christmas is huge for you, right? Especially if you're an Amazon FBA seller. And every Christmas, people kind of freak out and say, what do I get to resell on Amazon? So one trick, not really a trick, but one tip that I do myself that I like to influence on others is start looking now. It's late July, mid to late July when I'm recording this. Start looking now for discount items. I like to focus on toys. Any major retailer or minor retailer that has a clearance section on toys, and focus on the brands and names that are what I call evergreen, that every year they're popular, right? So it could be Barbie, it could be My Little Pony, it could be Fisher-Price, it could be DC Comics, Batman, Superman, Marvel, Spider-Man, Hulk. Let's see, anything that's Disney-oriented, Mickey Mouse. I know Frozen merchandise is barred from many sellers, but Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, the Disney cars, Cinderella, Princess, etc. Shrek. Remember the movie Shrek from DreamWorks, Madagascar from DreamWorks, Scooby-Doo, any major character or brand, Matchbox, car sets, etc. Any major brand or character that you remember from, recent, that's been around for a long time. These are what I call evergreen brands that they just do well year after year. Make sure that they're 70% off or more. If you like to play with risk a little bit, maybe 50% off or more, and buy them and keep them in your storage facility or your home or your closet or whatever. Wait a few months before you send them in. I'd send them in like maybe September, October, so you're just not paying so much in storage fees. And price them when you send them into Amazon. Price them at full retail or higher. And that is an easy way because retailers right now are clearing out their shelves in anticipation of major holidays like Halloween and Christmas. So they're clearing out. They're actually instructed by their major distributors like Mattel or whomever saying, look, you need to clear out some shelf space because you need to clear out this specific line of our toy because we've got a new line coming out. And shelf space is very expensive for those retailers. So that's my tip. So if people always ask me, what's the hot toy? Do not focus on hot toys. Do not try to predict when the next fad is. That's like playing Russian roulette. Try to predict what the next fad is, the next hot toy that's going to come out for Christmas. You're gambling because you don't know if it will flop in the marketplace or if it will take off or there'll be a shortage. You remember the Zuzu pet in 2008, I think it was, or 2009. Zuzu pets were retailing for, I don't know, the regular price was like $6.99 and they were selling for $50 and up. I know because I sold some on Amazon. That was a fluke because the toy took off, but there was a manufacturing problem where they weren't able to manufacture enough right away. And there was a brief time, I don't know, it was around Thanksgiving or something, there was a shortage and people were going crazy trying to find these things and the price shot up. You can't predict that. You can't predict a toy shortage. Maybe you can predict it if you work at the factory, right? Or if you're an insider at Mattel or whatever the company is. So think about the major brands that do pretty well year after year. Like I just mentioned, find them at 70% off or more discounted at the major retailer stores. Put them away for a couple of months, then send them in and price them at retail or higher. If you want some one-on-one help from me, you can get it by going to jordanmalik.com. jordanmalik.com/blog/ask, A-S-K, jordanmalik.com/blog/ask. And that's my professional services where I take calls, and I have one-on-one calls with people that have specific challenges or specific questions about selling on anything, actually doing any type of selling online, eBay, Amazon, marketing, etc. But for your interest, if you want to have one-on-one time with me, you can schedule a call, jordanmalik.com/blog/ask. And it really, the dollar amount that you're paying comes to like a fraction of the cost of what you pay for full-blown coaching, right? If you want full-blown coaching from somebody, to work with you over the course of months, it can cost several $1,000s. Mine is a fraction of that. You're just paying for the phone call. So if you need help, check that out, jordanmalik.com/blog/ask. Now let's get to the meat of this episode. Every episode we answer a question from you, the listener, about selling on Amazon. If you missed our previous episodes, go to askjordan.net. And if you want to hear your voice, like our upcoming caller, on an episode, you can submit a question. Just go to askjordan.net for all the details. If your question is picked, you get 7 of my best-selling ebooks. They're worth well over $75. You get it 100% free if your question is picked. Today's question is from Dave. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, Jordan. This is Dave from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I love your podcast. I've listened to every single episode you put out so far. I'd like to know, when creating a bundle, what do you do to create the actual packaging that will include all the items in the bundle? I have a few ideas for bundles, but I just don't really know how to physically package the items together. Thanks.
So Dave wants to know the appropriate way of bundling products, but packaging a bundle, excuse me. Dave, hard for me to answer that without knowing exactly. I don't even need to know exactly. I kind of need to like the type of product that you're bundling. Is it a cutting board and steak knife, or is it 2 board games and a doll? You know what I mean? So it's hard for me to know that. I'm going to give you some resources and some ideas. Worst case scenario, I throw everything in a box. I get my boxes from U-Haul new. Their prices are very good. The construction is very good. I'll take a box that's like 16 by 12 by 12. When in doubt and I want to package something, I throw everything in the box, and then I seal the box, and I take 2 stickers, white stickers or whatever, as long as it's bold and printed on the box. One sticker will say, sold as a set, do not separate. Sold as a set, do not separate. That means that Amazon is not going to open the box and fish out the items if I'm selling a bundle of something. And I put a second sticker on it, on the same box, that says, not ship ready, not ship ready. That means that when the item is in the box and it's sealed, Amazon's just not going to throw that in the mail for delivery. That tells them to put it in another box for added protection. And then I'll take my FBA sticker and also put that on the outside of the box. So the box has 3 stickers on it, right? A label that says, sold as set, do not separate. Another label that says, not ship ready. And a third label that's the FBA barcode thing that prints out from your printer that you got to put on the product anyway. You normally put it over the UPC code on the package of an item. You're sticking that barcode on the outside of the box. Now, let's talk about bundling versus multi-packs, because that's going to vary. Dave is talking about a bundle. Dave has probably come up with a bundle like it's an iPhone case, earbuds, screen protector. Maybe that's his bundle. Varied products. You could polybag that. You could put all those items in a polybag. A polybag generally has to have a warning on it for like suffocation warning. I get my polybags from Bubble Fast. I make no money by referring you to them. The company is called Bubble Fast. They have a website called bubblefast.net, bubblefast.net, or they also, if you do a search for Bubble Fast on Amazon, they also have some clear baggies that are for sale, that are on for sale, on Amazon. And I get those of a couple, 3 different larger sizes. So you could bundle, your bundle can go into a poly bag, right? And you put them in the poly bag, you seal the poly bag, and you put your FBA barcode sticker on the outside. If you want to be on the safer side, you can also put the sold as set, do not separate on it. I don't find that. Let's talk a little bit. Dave is talking about bundles when there's different products that are in a container, like a bag or a box. It's sold as a single unit on Amazon. So Dave could essentially create his own bundle of the iPhone case, the earbuds, and the screen protector, but it exists in he's created it for the Amazon catalog. He's got a unique barcode number, UPC code number. I get mine at barcodestalk.com. You can inexpensively buy a UPC code number. And when Dave creates the product for the first time in the Amazon catalog, he needs that 9-digit UPC code number when he creates the product. That's one way of getting a barcode for such a product. There's also what's called multi-packs that are not bundles. So don't confuse the two. A bundle is different items that are sold as a product on Amazon. It's a collectively one product. A multi-pack is like somebody who's buying Dove body lotion in a 3-pack. You know, sometimes if you're done shopping on Amazon, they'll give you options. You could buy Dove body lotion as a single bottle, and you click on the box that says 3-pack or 6-pack, right? A multi-pack is one when there's more than one of the same item in a package. So you could get a 3-pack of Dove on Amazon is considered a multi-pack. There's some restrictions around multi-packs I don't have my hands around, but you can always contact Amazon seller help. You as a seller may be restricted from creating multi-packs for certain categories. We'll get into that now. So a multi-pack is the same item, but just in multiples, right? And a bundle is different items bundled together. So Dave, since I don't know the type of product that you have here that needs to be bundled, and you don't want to go the route of fitting everything inside a box and putting the labels outside of it, like I mentioned, you want to check out these 2 resources. They're both free. One is from my friend Deborah Conrad, who runs Thrifting for Profit. She also runs a site called Howazon, Howazon, Howazon. Here's a redirect to all our packaging tips and info, bit.ly/packagehow, bit.ly/ the word package and the word how, How. And then there's the official Amazon guidance site for prepping products, bundling, packaging, etc., for your FBA shipment to Amazon. bit.ly/packagehow and the number 2. So bit.ly/packagehow, the word package, the word how, the number 2, all together. And if you don't know what those are, you can go to AskJordan.net. If you didn't get those URLs, go to AskJordan.net, look for the 30-second episode, and you'll see that I have the links there. So I hope that helps you, Dave. Dave gets 7 of my ebooks about selling on Amazon and eBay. They're all bestsellers. If you bought them separately, they total over $75. Dave, just go to AskJordan.net, click on the small envelope icon near the upper right-hand corner so you can send me an email that way, and then I'll know where to email the links to the ebooks that you received. If you, the listener, want to submit a question to the podcast and have your chance of winning all my best-selling ebooks, like Dave, go to AskJordan.net and scroll down. Look for the directions on submitting your question. Hey, thanks for listening. This has been the Ask Jordan podcast. My name is Jordan Malik. We'll see you in our next episode.